This is definitely a personal question. You should not ask trans people, but I ain't got no chill, so I'll answer it. You just came to the right one. You just happened to. I personally am not getting bottom surgery because I have HSV2, which is genital herpes, so the infection risk would go up, and I just don't think it's safe. But that's not to say that I haven't dealt with bottom dysphoria, because especially early on in my transition and before my transition, that was one of the hardest things I've dealt with, not just in my transition, but in life. I personally feel like bottom dysphoria is not discussed enough in the trans mass community. I remember, back like years ago when I first started facing it, I literally felt like I had nowhere to turn. I had one person that I could rely on that like understood what I was going through, which was an immense help. But I remember like just being astonished at how like little support and resources there were out there when it comes to trans masks and bottom dysphoria. I remember one of like the most depressing times was when I came to the conclusion that I was just never going to have like a fulfilling intimate life with anybody. It just wasn't going to happen. I had been with numerous cis men and cis women, and I just never ever was comfortable. With cis men, it was hard because it was, I was presenting as a woman at the time. So it was honestly, in some ways, like an act. It was a charade. I was just doing what I thought I was supposed to do. It felt just very forced and robotic, I guess is what it felt like. And when it comes to cis women, I actually stopped myself from dating them after a while because I could feel myself growing an unhealthy resentment towards them. With women, I was always a touch me not. Even when I was a masculine lesbian before I transitioned, like I did not want to be touched at all. And with cis women, I've also experienced this with some trans men, not my husband, of course, but other trans men. They act like they're okay with, not touching you, and then it's just an issue that's pushed. I knew it was time to stop pursuing cis women when, they would make comments about about my body, not even trying to be mean, trying to be trying to give a compliment, and I would just be disgusted with them. My dysphoria was so bad that even just a compliment about my body at all, I would be disgusted. But then I met my husband, and we come from similar walks of life, similar experiences, and I've never felt that way with him. Meeting my husband gave me hope that like I won't have to live a life, void of intimacy, you know what I mean? Like he's my soulmate.